Here today on the River Exe down in Devon on board Pioneer. She built in St Ives in 1892, 47 foot on deck, and has had a very varied career, fishing, mainly fishing, also worked as a tugboat, previously had a steam engine in her, now with a Ford D series 120 horsepower 6-cylinder diesel. A very interesting boat on the Historic Ships Register. Here at the bows, got a 24 volt anchor windlass here with the chain stored in deck and this bin. Solid laid decks, wooden decks, caulked and paid and then painted, which is the traditional way for working boats. See here she's got bulwarks, knee-high bulwarks on stanchions which go through the covering boards. Again, all very traditional. She's gaff ketch rigged, not a huge sail area, and she is very much a motor sailor, but she's got brand new sails. And interestingly, this is steel rod rigging, so it's solid bar tension with these galvanised rigging screws. This is the coach roof over the main cabin. Flue here for the wood burner in the saloon. Butterfly skylight. Main sheet here, double-sided, so you've got quite good control of the boom. Here walking aft, there's the port side door into the wheelhouse. Step in there in a minute. Onto the aft deck. See, she's got this very unusual shape here where she tails off, quite narrow at the stern. Here's the steering system. These are the chain drives from the wheel, run along the deck to the tiller on deck here. It's all quite big stuff here, big galvanised fair leads, big cable bars. You look over the stern here, very elegant little counter. Here looking forward, this is the hatch into the aft cabin. Lift that up there and then show you there later. Then goes forward into the engine space. Forward, here's the funnel for the main engine and mizzen mast. Brand new tan sails. Up the side decks. And you can see here, that's down into the fore cabin, which I'll show you later. And there is a bulkhead here by the main mast at the aft end of the fore cabin, separated off from the main saloon. And we'll go into the wheelhouse here on this starboard side. Here we are on the wheelhouse Pioneer. It's seating here at the aft end. Door either side. Helm position. The wheel is on chains. See, there's a gypsy here with a chain drive. You can see it quite clearly there. And the chains go down to the floor around turning blocks and under here, under the floor, and then outside, and they run through these pipes on the side decks back aft to the tiller on the deck. Here we've got Garmin plotter, Icon VHF, and various switch panels and so on. This is the throttle, and this is the gear control here. At the aft end here is a hatch into the engine space down there. You can also access the engine from the aft cabin as well. Here we are, steps going down forward into the main cabin. Down below here in Pioneer in the main cabin, to port is the galley. We've got a single sink with pressurised cold water from a tank in the engine room, good workspace, and a 2-burner gas stove with oven and grill. To starboard, stores area with shelving. This is a lift up table to create more workspace, and here's a top loading fridge unit. Aft starboard corner here is the heads compartment. Just a Jabsco manual sea toilet, goes straight over the side. All very simple. And then the saloon area, you've got a skylight here above. This is a teak folding table. You got a little bench settee either side, and then a pilot berth outboard under the side deck. These are really nice berths here. Nice and deep, good length, very safe at sea. You can see the side of the hull here. It's got a light ceiling over it, but good ventilation at the top around here, so you don't get any damp forming. And here right at the bow, on the forward end here, is a big cast iron stove, wood burning stove. And back aft, up into the wheelhouse. Here in the fore cabin, looking into the bows, is the steps down from the fore hatch. Got a single berth either side, only sitting headroom here under the side decks. You can see areas of new deck planking that have been replaced. Again, the structure of the boat's all very clear, big sawn frames, beam shelf, deck beams. Forward here is batteries for the anchor winch. 2 12-volt batteries connected up to 24 volts. Here's the starboard side single berth and the companion steps going out on deck. In the engine room on Pioneer, here is the main engine, 6-cylinder Ford D series, about 120 horsepower. Very reliable, common engines, parts easily available. Here in the forward port corner is the main fuel tank, and there is a electric lift pump which we can see just down here, which lifts the fuel up to the day tank. And this is a copper day tank, so the feed to the engine is gravity feed. Port side here, battery bank, fastened down, 4 12-volt batteries, all recent wiring. There's no installed shore power system, but there is a Victron 25-amp charger here, which can be plugged into the generator on deck if needed. Starboard side here in the engine space, Big lot of space. There's a water tank plumbed in with a 12-volt pressure pump. Space here to put more tanks, generators or anything if whatever was needed. Dry exhaust here, up through the deck to the funnel after the wheelhouse, and then moving aft into the aft cabin, single berth either side, sitting headroom, and steps up to the aft hatch.